Hey guys, Ron here. Okay, so here's my thing for you. How to grow your Twitter following. Well, for starters, you're going to want to actually use a headline like this. Brad Dogger to see it, Brad Dong, Jeff Lap. So for starters, you want to use a headline like how to build your Twitter followers. Because the people that are going to click on that are those people that are serious about Twitter. Those are the people that are going to click on it, that are on Twitter a lot. So you're going to start getting Twitter people. Look at how many people jumped on, like 8 people in like 15 seconds. So you want to make sure you use the right headline, okay? You want to use some good hashtags. Good hashtags would be hashtag follow, hashtag RT, for retweet would be a good one. Give me a second to think of some more here. Retweet, follow me is a good one. I'm trying to think here of what other ones. The RT, you can do RT without the hashtag, but you want to do, well, we got a lot of people on here, so a lot of people want to know how to build their Twitter following. Okay, so here's one that's been working for me really well in the last 24 hours. Okay, Cindy says, thank you for being on here. Here's what, so basically those work. RT, put in hashtag RT, that gets people to retweet your stuff. Put in hashtag follow and or hashtag follow me. Those work really well. Or if you're in Dave, good to see ya. If you guys are really into like, you follow me and I'll follow you and that whole thing, if you got time for all that, hashtag F, the number 4, and then F. That one works. That's a big one. If they follow you, you follow them. You're gonna run into potential follow limits on Twitter though, just so you know. Zach, good to see you on here. So here's what's been working really well for me lately. I've been getting a lot of favorites of what I do, and I've been also getting added to a lot of lists. Some of it's turning out into follows, some of it's eventually going to turn into follows. But here's basically what I do. I go on Instagram, and then I send the photo. I use Insta size though, because a lot of my pictures don't show up on Instagram. So it's the right size. So Insta size is a better, is like an add-on to the Instagram. So then what I do is I use my hashtag periscope. I do the @RonOrr, but then I also put in hashtag growth hackers. And you can do growth hack, growth hacker, and growth hacking. Actually, I correct that. The Nate, it's good to see ya. Actually, you can see growth hack, growth hacker, and growth hacking. I use growth hacking because that's the big one that most people use. If you go to topsy.com, TOPSY.com, take some notes on that site. It's awesome. You can check lots of hashtags against other hashtags and see which ones are really popular in the moment. This is a good way to Twitter jack headlines and Twitter jack hashtags. And that way when you have big stories and all that hit the news, you can use those hashtags, and oh man, you can get a lot of traffic and stuff from that, I've been noticing. So go to topsy.com, check the different hashtags. I've been using growth hacking. When I use it, added to growth hacking lists all the time on Twitter. I think it's automated. I'm also getting some automated, I think I'm getting automated favorites because of it as well. A lot of the automation, in my opinion, comes from a website called ifttt.com, I believe is what it's called. It's if that, then this. You set up recipes. So when this is done, then this is done. And it's just a way to automate a lot of your business. I'm all for automating a lot of it until you get to Periscope, and then I think you should get on Periscope and should start actually talking to people and helping them out. But you can automate a lot of the other stuff. Mary, good to see ya. And thank you. New in Twitter, Gary, new in Twitter, okay. If you're new to Twitter, you might want to watch this replay. Here's the other thing, you know the replay is only good for 24 hours. I'm going to give you guys another secret website if you haven't heard about it yet, where you can edit fast forward. You can watch replays past 24 hours. You might be able to still download and save them. You can edit the headlines. You can do a lot of things. That's catch.me, KATCH.me, catch.me. Also, I just was on a Periscope with 4 screens with, I think, Meerkat cameos, and the CEO of catch.me was on there. And I started following him. I think it's TARIK I don't remember if it's Q or what, TARIKQ. If you look at my most recent follows under my name here, swipe up and follow me, or swipe left or right on an iOS and follow me. If you look at my most recent follow, it's Tarik, T-A-R-I-K, and then I don't remember if it was a Q or what it was, but he is the CEO of Catch.me, K-A-T-C-H.me, and that's the one. Need to follow you to get private DM, right? You know, I don't do a lot of direct messaging on Twitter. I've always thought the Facebook platform was better for messaging. It was just easier to use. The part I like about Twitter right now is really the hashtags, and I've always liked that part. And then I've always liked the notification part of it. Actually, what I'm learning after a lot of years is that Twitter's got a lot more of a live audience, and Facebook's got a lot more of a delayed audience. And I'm even starting to notice as of yesterday that Instagram might actually be moving even quicker with engagement than Twitter is. So, and for all you just wondering where I'm at, I'm in Minneapolis on West Lake Street, kind of the main area of uptown Minneapolis, 3 miles from downtown. That's the area that I live in. Right up the road here, about 3 blocks, is where Chris Jones, the co-owner of Empower Network, used to live. A few blocks up here. Used to live next door to where I used to hang out. And if you guys know Empower Network, Chris Jones is now part owners with David Wood. He used to just live right up there in the building a couple blocks away. Met him over at Bar Louie, real nice guy, over at the bar over here a few months back with Mac Mills as well. So good guys. Other than that's how you get people on Twitter. So use the hashtags. If you also search like hashtagify.me, hashtagify with a y.me, you'll find a lot of the popular hashtags. I go to hashtags.org is another one with a lot of popular ones. Like hashtag sales, hashtag business, hashtag startup, hashtag growth hacking. A lot of those are huge hashtags with a lot of people that use them and get traffic from them. So you put those in your headlines. Make sure you have a good headline like how to, or 7 ways to get followers on Twitter. The ones with numbers in them actually work the best. Those are all going to get you Twitter followers. And then from your Twitter followers, I hope when you're doing periscopes, I really hope that you're clicking the right icon that says post this to Twitter. So if you're not posting it to Twitter, you're not going to get very many people. So just kind of an FYI. So those are lots of ways to get new Twitter followers. And I would go get your Instagram app set up if you haven't done that either. Put some hashtags in there, start posting a lot of photos, and post it all over to Twitter, and you're going to get a lot of people that way too. So I got lots more tips. It's not a matter of not coming up with 25 or 50 tips. I can come up with lots of tips. I'm just real big on trying to save you guys a lot of time so you don't have to sit here and read hours of reports. I like to just tell you the stuff that's been working in the last 24 hours or the last few days. I don't like to give you outdated information because the internet's very dynamic and it's changing quickly. So